So I just wanted to say welcome. My name is Jill, and I want to share with you just 3 simple things that are so key to understanding about human and breathing. There's lots and lots of information. I could go on forever. I devote a whole month to breathing over at Primal Human Training. The purpose of this video is just to do the top 3 things about oxygenation and breath that I want to cover. So if you can remember those, you are 95% ahead of the curve. So before we do that, we're just going to take a deep breath, and I will see you on the other side. If you're asking why the lighting is bad, I'm still in transition. And in times like these, where there's tremendous amount of panic and fear and anxiety and stress and a loss of control, focusing on breathing is a very powerful technique for 2 reasons. One, certain types of breathing turn on your parasympathetic response, and other types of breathing turn on your sympathetic, your nervous system, your stress response, that fight, flight, or freeze adrenaline shot to your body. We want to do the opposite. It's very easy to turn our stress response on. It's much more difficult to calm down when we feel like we're out of control. When we look at animals or at nature, we don't have to talk to them about their respiration. They have a natural and intuitive ability to know when to be stressed and when to turn it off. And I've seen the cows on the field be perfectly calm as coyotes walk among them. I've also seen them get very stressed when they feel like there may be danger. And I've seen them get very excited when they feel like there might be food. They definitely come running for the truck because they equate that with food. Most humans in civilized world have lost any connection or understanding to how our breath on a day-to-day, 24 hours a day process affects us. So I just wanted to cover a couple key things. And first is most people hunch. We sit, we hunch, which means you only get 10 to 12% use of your lungs. So you're just really activating that top 10 to 12% with shallow breathing. So you're not really fully oxygenating. 2 is we've lost that belly breath, which is if you watch a baby or an animal, they belly breathe, and that's pushing the air all the way into the lower lungs and then using those muscles to push that air out. And that is the detox process. That is the main benefit that comes from breathing, is getting the old stuff out. We want to get rid of what we don't want so we can let in more of what we do want. And the third thing that most humans have started doing is mouth breathing. Mouth breathing turns on the stress response, so you're activating your sympathetic nervous system. Nose breathing is the parasympathetic response. So we want to do most of our breathing through our nose. The only time we want to mouth breathe is if the tiger is literally chasing us. But we want to turn the stress response off by our nose breathing. And there's a lot of specific techniques to do specific things. And I wanted to just address one here. And I've had several people send me the Wim Hof method, and I don't promote that or advocate that. You can look up, there's tons of science breaking it down, but the bottom line is it's a hack to turn on the sympathetic nervous response. It does not oxygenate, it stimulates. And that is the opposite of what we're trying to do as our primary function. So if you want to learn more about that, there's lots and lots of stuff online. But my goal with you this month and all year is to know the difference and to purposefully and consciously turn on the parasympathetic response. We know that as rest and digest, but really you're just turning off all the stress chemicals, the dopamine, the adrenaline, the hyped up. Because even though there is no literal tiger, right now we're facing a metaphorical tiger. And so we need to know how to turn it off, because that adrenaline, that stuff is what tears our body apart. So those are the 3 key things. We're just going to take a deep breath, and I will see you next time.